seen on our website at beavercountyradio.com. Call 911 if you see any suspicious activity in your local area. If you have any recognition of these suspects, contact 724-758-4321. Over 1,200 locations for TCC and Wireless Zone, both from Verizon, are giving away one free backpack while supplies last to local students in kindergarten through 12th grade. 2 locations these students can go to in Beaver County for this event are the Verizon stores at both the Chippewa Walmart and in Hopewell Township on Green Garden Road. The School Rocks backpack giveaway will occur in all these locations on Sunday, July 27th at 1 p.m. PennDOT District 11 announced that beginning on Tuesday, July 22nd, weather permitting, drilling operations on Route 68 on Midland Road will occur. Starting today and going through Friday, July 25th, an eastbound shoulder restriction will happen on Route 68 between Smiths Ferry Road and Spring Lane Road. On that Ohioville Borough Road, drilling operations will be conducted by crews from Armstrong Drilling. PennDOT District 11 also announced that this week, weather permitting, single-lane restrictions will occur on the Rochester-Monaca Bridge from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday through Friday this week. The bridge on Route 18 will undergo inspection work by Mackin Engineering and the Sophis Company crews. The Rochester-Monaca Bridge will also have lane restrictions on Route 51 underneath it on Wednesday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Gas prices are 5 cents lower in western Pennsylvania this week at about $3.36 per gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. The report states that at this time a year ago, the average price for a gallon of gas in western Pennsylvania was around $3.76. The report also notes that the average price that you can expect for a gallon of unleaded gas here in Beaver County is about $3.47.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
A beautiful weather day in store for us with lots of sunshine. We'll see highs near 82. Clear skies tonight. We'll drop down to a low around 60. More sunshine tomorrow. Look for highs in the upper 80s and lows around 68. And sunny, hot, and humid on Thursday. We'll reach highs near 92 and lows around 72. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Welcome to Live Mike with Mike Romigh. This is the show that talks about what's happening in Beaver County. Noah Haswell will have news at the top and bottom of each hour. Now, here is the host of the show, Mike Romigh.
Good morning. What would summertime be in Beaver County without a festival, without a fair, without a party, without fireworks? Well, it wouldn't be summertime, that's for sure. And today we're going to talk with the Brighton Township Fire Department, the Brighton Township Volunteer Fire Department, about the 2025 Family Fun Night Out. And joining us in studio is Lieutenant Drew Snyder of the Brighton Township Fire Department. Good morning, Drew.
Morning, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you once again.
You too.
I think it's been a couple years since I saw you in the studio.
I believe so. You guys were still in Beaver Falls the last time we did the fire prevention talk.
Yeah. So when they scheduled you for this, did they say, don't forget, we're in Brighton Township now. We're not in Beaver Falls.
I'll never forget. You guys are a big supporter of us. So
I do have to tell guests from time to time. Just a couple of weeks ago, a guy said, okay, I'll just come down. I'll come down to the studio. I said, wait, we're not in Beaver Falls anymore. As he was coming from college, I said, no, we're in Brighton Town. Oh, yeah, that's right. So we're out here in this big complex. And we're proud to be, friends with the Brighton Township Volunteer Fire Department. And we're happy to be out here and, that we feel safe. The Brighton Township Fire Department, we were talking last week on the show with Captain Henny. And talking about all the places that you guys cover in Brighton Township, and it just seems to be growing more and more all the time.
Yeah, we're. The township itself is roughly 20 square miles, 19 and a half square miles. We've been trying to be progressive ever since we started putting some of the paid staffing on. We've grown 6 years now. We've had paid staffing. We started out all part time. Now we have 3 full timers with 16 part timers plus about 30 volunteers. So we have good numbers, we have good response times. We're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and in an effort to make people more aware of who you are and what you do out here, you have special events all the time, and one of them, a big one, I guess, is the Family Fun Night Out. How long have you been doing this?
Technically 5 years. This will be our third year of doing it this big at Hardy Field. The first 2 years we started it just at our station. It was more of a touch-a-truck thing. No fireworks, just some food trucks, a few bounce houses. But a couple of us sat down together, and this is our way of giving back to the community for supporting us all year long. Mm-hmm. Most of the raffles that we do go towards this, but also they go towards equipment and purchases that we need for the fire department to keep us running. But we feel you support us all year long as a resident or just a supporter. We want to give back and be able to do something fun for the family and the kids.
And it's not something that you have to have a Brighton Township ID to get in.
Correct. It's open to the public. Anybody who wants to show up.
When you say you're giving back to the community, I'm thinking, well, if I live in Beaver or Bridgewater or Center, can I come?
With our raffles online, we've had people buy them as far as Tynesta and everything. So our raffles are reaching very far, or we're getting a following on the Facebook, which is helping. So. Yeah, it's open to anybody, anyone. Even if you didn't support us, come have fun. There's going to be food trucks, fireworks, DJs, stuff for the kids, bounce houses, face painting. All the trucks will be on display. So,
explain touch a truck. It hasn't always been a thing, but in, say, the last 10 years or so, it seems as though that generates a crowd.
Yes. Kids love fire trucks.
They do.
Police cars, ambulances, anything that makes sirens and lights, right? So what we do is we park the trucks, we open up all the compartments, pull some specialty equipment out, let the kids get their hands on it in a safe way. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Get their pictures taken inside the trucks, along with the trucks, with firemen, with the police officers, with the medics. So
that could even seem like a recruiting tactic as well, because I have two grandsons, and I know they're just drawn to fire trucks, the whistles in the parades, going to the fire department. And you're right, nowadays they can set you right up there in the truck. You could take a tour of the thing, see how everything works, and then walk away with a plastic helmet.
Yeah, I agree. It is a recruiting tool. I mean, that's how I got started. My grandfather was in Monaca #1 for 20 years. I grew as a kid. That's where I was always at on a Thursday night with him for training. And as soon as I turned
remember
18,
Snip Snyder.
As soon as I turned 18, I joined. I've been doing this for 24 years now.
Yeah, that's great. Keep it in the family. And when you were down in Monaca, now they're building a whole new fire building down there.
Yes,
fire department down there. Mm-hmm. And so in Brighton Township, though, there were many years where it was all volunteer, where it was just the ladies' auxiliary that tried to keep things running.
Yes.
But you've moved far ahead of that.
We have. The reason the paid staffing is put on is they did a study, and they were dropping medical calls. It was no fault of the volunteers. I mean, everybody, the times have changed. You're not having, back in the 70s, you had 3 different shifts people were working, so people were available at all different times throughout the day. Now you don't have a whole lot of shift work. It's a 2-income family, so they did a study. They decided to say, hey, we're going to put some part-timers on. We started out midnight to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. The volunteers covered 4 to 12 in the weekends, and then it just steadily progressed through the years.
Mm-hmm. To what it is today, and it'll continue to grow.
We hope so.
Yeah, as the responsibilities of the Brighton Township Fire Department continue to grow.
Yes.
Yeah. So you talked about raffles. What are some of these raffles that are so popular?
We kind of jumped on the bandwagon once COVID hit. They were able to start doing things online, and March of 24. March of 24, I believe, we started doing the online raffles. I brought up the idea, and a couple of the guys were like, yeah, let's try it, and it kind of took off from there. We try to keep it the price point friendly to the consumers, to the people that support us. We try not to go anything above $5 unless it's one of the bigger raffles, like we did a side-by-side. I believe those tickets were $35 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But we've been throwing out gift cards. Gift cards have been a hot commodity. We do them at 200 chances at $3 a chance. Right now we have some high-tech, and excuse me, I'm not with the high technology, but they're high-tech glasses, and it makes it look like it's a movie theater when you're watching stuff
All
like
right.
that.
Sure.
Those are up right now. Some of the raffles that you'll have to come and buy the tickets physically off of us at the event on July 26th is we're going to have a Blackstone with some accessories, and we will have a Yeti with Yeti cooler with some Yeti cups also. So you'll have to actually come and physically. Those won't be online. You'll have to come and physically purchase those tickets off of us.
Now, Drew, you're not as old as me, but you know,
I'm catching up.
No, yeah, but they, you know, my grandparents used to say, "Well, it's hell to get old." And you're trying to describe what those glasses are. Where,
I'm not. I just got an iPhone here last week, and I'm having real big troubles.
Were you with a flip phone?
I was an Android for 19 years, and now my wife's. I'm the only one in the family that didn't have an iPhone, so.
Come on, you got to get with the times, right? Is that what they tell you?
I'm learning.
The event is free to the public. Fun-filled evening with activities and attractions for all ages. Food trucks and refreshments, bounce houses and inflatables, community and vendor booths, live entertainment, fireworks at dusk. Fireworks will begin at dark to conclude the evening with a colorful celebration of local pride. Do you need sponsors?
We do, and we have them. We actually sent all the sponsorship forms in yesterday to Signs by Sam and Elwood City to make up our banners and our chloroplast signs. If you don't mind, I'd like to read off our sponsors.
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
All right, so we're going to start with our bronze sponsors. We have Map Chiropractic, The Best Little Hair House, Tusca's Pizzeria, Learn for Life CPR, True Clean LLC, Torque Up of Western PA and Northern Ohio. And then we're going to go to our diamond sponsors, Tusca Shop and Save, and Dan Hoffman State Farm.
Okay, very good. And is it still open? A couple days away. If somebody says, well, I'm going to sponsor that, can they contact the fire department?
They can contact it. We're not going to guarantee that your name's going to be able to get on the sign, though, due to the time constraints.
Yeah.
But we'll always take donations.
Yeah.
And we're still open. If anybody wants to be a vendor, it's $20 a spot.
Okay.
Right now, you can call, email, or contact the fire departments on our Facebook page. Brighton Township Station 63. Our Brighton Township VFD Station 63 is our Facebook page. And then you could just pay the day of when you show up. That's fine.
Yeah. And what kind of vendors do you have already?
Everything. We have
food vendors?
Our food trucks we have coming are Los Gingos Tacos.
Oh, that's good.
Events by M&K, The Squeeze Shack, The Big Snow, Chubby's Pizza, and Chick-fil-A.
Okay. So there's room for hot dogs and all kind of good fun, candy apples, and
we have
kind of
one vendor's coming. She's setting up a table and going to be doing homemade baked goods.
Oh, okay. So a little bit of everything. Where's this park that you talked about?
Hardy Field. It's at 4900 Tuscarawas Road, Beaver, PA 15009.
Okay. And so if you're looking for, you just get on Tuscarawas Road.
Keep going until you hit the Shop and Save. It'll be right across the street.
Is that where it is? Oh,
Yep.
Okay. I was just at the Shop and Save last week, and I saw people playing over in a park across the road.
That's exactly where
I
it's
didn't
at.
know that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah, right out there. And tell me about supporting community services, because you're going to have equipment and other things set up there, public safety, logistics. What does that entail?
As far as
you're going to give little demonstrations. The fire department going to give some demonstrations.
we can. We're not going to go full blown like cutting cars up or doing any kind of rappelling or anything like that. We can show you how equipment works. We will have what we like to call our swag bags for all the children.
Sure.
We'll have all the new fire prevention stuff that we purchased this year, all made up in bags, and we'll be giving them out to every child that shows up for us.
Yeah.
So
and as a kid, and I'm sure you did this as well, Lair Park in Monaca is again another place, and the fire department was very active in that, and they used to do keg battles, right, with the fire hoses and stuff like fire department still do that?
The last I knew in Beaver County, they had it down in Bridgewater during the regatta.
Okay, all right. So it's something from a bygone era.
Yes,
but it used to be a lot of fun. To watch the fire departments do that. How many members are there in the Brighton Township Fire Department?
Right now we have 3 full-time members, 16 part-time, and roughly 30 to 35 volunteers on the books.
Mm-hmm. Is this a big endeavor to take on as far as the fire department? You started 5 years ago, so I'm sure that every year now when the volunteers get together, say, well, what can we do better this year than we did last year?
I'm going to be honest, nobody's beating down the door to join as a volunteer. and honestly, you're going to start seeing more and more departments starting putting at least part-time staff on to cover daylight calls. Mm-hmm. It's not like it used to be. These younger, and I'm not speaking ill will of the younger generations, but they're not the same.
All right.
They don't. It seems like they don't want to take pride in the community and help out the community like they did years past.
Yeah, that's something because a lot of fire departments can't afford to put on full staff.
Correct. There's only 4 paid staff fire departments in Beaver County: Brighton Township, Aliquippa, Beaver Falls, and Ambridge.
Yeah. And then the scope of your work continues to expand because some of those other departments that are just volunteer can't get people to fill the roles that they need.
Yeah, I mean, mutual aid's a great thing. We have, don't get me wrong, we have fire departments come in and assist us on big calls. Same as us, we go out of town and assist with big calls. It's just the training. The training to get trained is about 204 hours, so it's a lot for somebody who works a full-time job, has a family. So trying to get the kids younger before the family starts and the big jobs start, get them trained up so then they can continue, hopefully keep them for 20, 25 years.
Yeah. Lieutenant Drew Snyder is our guest. He's with the Brighton Township Fire Department. The 2025 Family Fun Night is coming up on Saturday, July 26th from 3 p.m. until 9 p.m. We'll tell you more about it and how you can get involved coming up at Hardy Field Complex. This is Mike Romigh. It's the Beaver County Radio, and we're talking about a big event with the Brighton Township Fire Department.
There is nothing like family, and what better way to celebrate than joining our family here at Moon Township Ford during the summer sales event. With rates as low as 0% or a rebate of $7,500, now is the perfect time to make a move on one of the remaining 2024 F-150s because the deals are scorching hot. Thinking about heading to the beach or into the mountains on vacation? Well, what better way to do that than a new Ford Bronco? Summer sales event makes it so easy with leases starting as low as $499 per month. It doesn't matter which road you travel, we have something to get you there. Come check out what our family has to offer here at Moon Township Ford. You can also check us out online at moontownshipford.net or come to our dealership on University Boulevard in Moon Township.
Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
Snack wraps are back at your local McDonald's. A tortilla filled with white meat chicken, lettuce, and cheese with your choice of ranch or spicy sauce. Available a la carte or in a 2-snack wrap combo meal. Only at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Run or walk for free care and help those in need. Join St. Barnabas Charities Saturday, August 2nd at Gibsonia for the Free Care 5K Run Walk. Enjoy a fun post-race party with music and food, cash prizes for top male and female finishers, and medals for all ages. Plus, a runner's bag and t-shirt. This event benefits the St. Barnabas Free Care Fund. Special thanks to presenting sponsor CIBC, a leading North American bank. Register today by calling 724-625-3770 or online at freecare5k.com.
You're listening to Beaver County Radio, your home for local news, information, and music. Brought to you by Fry Transportation. Beaver County Radio and Fry Transportation, helping to make Beaver County a better place to live, work, and play.
And speaking of better places to live, work, and play, Brighton Township is one of those places. The Brighton Township Fire Department, number 63. Is there a number 62 or number 65 or anything?
No,
like
I'm not real sure the rhyme and reason of how the numbers came about.
Okay. The 2025 Family Fun Night Out. Lieutenant Drew Snyder is with us, and you've been affiliated with the Brighton Township Fire Department for how many years now?
6 years now.
6 years now. And happy to be back in the community and looking to make things grow even more. And safety is a big part of what you do.
It is.
Yeah. Tell us about a little bit more. Recap what the Family Fun Night Out is all about.
So July 26th, 2025, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Hardy Field. That's at 4900 Tuscarawas Road, Brighton Township, right across from the Tusca Shop and Save or the Tusca Plaza. We're going to have food trucks, a DJ, face painting, bounce houses, touch a truck, kids games. We have potato sack races, tug of war, water balloon toss, and an egg and spoon race. We also this year adding a dunk tank. And
that's never a good thing for
somehow my name
officials.
got on the list, and I'm
and
trying to get it removed,
right,
but I don't think it's going to work. We have a few doctors. We have a couple principals. We have a few more people throughout the community that are scheduled at half-hour time slots. We will be charging per throw, and we're going to donate all that money raised to a charity for the dunk tank.
Very good.
What else do we got here? As far as, we'll recap on the food trucks, we have Los Gingos Tacos, events by M&K, The Squeeze Shack, Big Snow, Chubby's Pizza, and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. And how does this benefit the fire department?
It's not really a benefit for us other than to get to interact with the people that support us throughout the year. It's more of a give back for us to the community and all the people that support us through the year. Mm-hmm. We really don't make anything off of this. We don't.
It would be hard to buy new equipment just based on proceeds from a family fun night out like this.
Correct. It's the price of equipment has gone through the roof.
Mm-hmm. And is it something that that fact? Is it something that more people, especially in the community, need to know about? It's extremely expensive
for us to buy a brand new engine. You're looking at probably about $1 million.
Yeah.
Brand new ladder truck's about 2.4, depending on size and height.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're very fortunate that the supervisors back us 100% in this township, and the community backs us. So we have newer equipment, we have top of the line equipment. So we're prepared to handle any emergency that comes at us.
And it's nice because you cover several schools in Brighton Township. There are how many different elementary schools?
We have the one elementary school in Brighton Township. We have Dutch Ridge Elementary, and then we're mutual aid to Beaver, so we have College Square plus mutual aid to the high school. So we cover, essentially, are a part of covering all the schools in the Beaver Area School District.
And it's important for people to know that, and for the kids to recognize firemen and fire officials, to know that they're just not coming to the school when alarm goes off.
Correct. Yes, Brighton, we offer fire extinguisher training, CPR training. We can come and do a safety walkthrough with your house, your business, anything like that. We are very community oriented, and we want to make sure that you feel safe in the community. And if any way we can help that, by all means we will.
Smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors.
Yes, we do have a smoke detector program. If you live in the township limits, it's no cost to you. We can come and install them for you, or you can opt to install them yourself. And we'll give you the proper amount that needs to be in your house, depending on the size of your house.
Anything else that people need to know about? It's from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. on Saturday?
3 p.m. to 9 p.m. The bounce houses will be shut down about 8:30 so we can get ready for the fireworks. The DJ will be playing all through the fireworks, American-themed songs. It's a good day to relax and come get some good food, let the kids play. Buy a couple chances on some nice raffle prizes.
Just be a part of the community.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Come hang out.
Lieutenant Drew Snyder, Hardy Field Complex, 4900 Tuscaroras Road. If you'd like more information, you can go to their Facebook page. They have a Facebook page. And anybody they could call if they want to get involved right now, or just go to the Facebook page.
Yes, you can call the station at 724-495-3803. Ask for myself, Lieutenant Drew Snyder, or Captain Brian Haney.
All right, very good. And we hope for the best for you, weather-wise and otherwise.
Yeah, weather's looking sketchy, but hopefully it'll work out for us.
Thank you, Drew, for being with us.
Thank you, Mike, for having me. Appreciate
Lieutenant Drew Snyder from the Brighton Township Fire Department. Here's Noah Haswell with the news.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and BeaverCountyRadio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning on this Tuesday, July 22nd of 2025. We will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. A woman who allegedly worked at 9 healthcare facilities in Pennsylvania unprofessionally over a 5-year span is now in custody. According to a criminal complaint, Shannon Nicole Womack used at least 20 aliases and 7 different social security number combinations. Womack allegedly worked at Beaver Valley Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center and 8 other Pennsylvania healthcare facilities. The 39-year-old Womack was arrested in Washington County after she allegedly identified herself to police incorrectly on April 5, 2025. Womack appeared in court on Monday and faces multiple charges, including identity theft. According to a Facebook post from the Brighton Township Volunteer Fire Department Station 63, they have installed public automated external defibrillators in 5 local locations. These locations can be found on our website at beavercountyradio.com. These defibrillators are to be used 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. They also control climate, have alarms, keep surveillance, and alerts police and fire departments when they are opened. 911 is the safest way to call in case of an emergency to ensure a quicker response. The Franklin Township Police Department is looking for 2 suspects that were caught on video on a home surveillance camera in that area recently. They were in the area of Butler Street and County Line Road, which is in the Frisco area, knocking on both doors and windows of people. A rubber mallet is in the hand of the man with the Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, and he is wearing a mask. The photo of the suspects can be seen on our website at beavercountyradio.com. Call 911 if you see any suspicious activity in your local area. If you have any recognition of these suspects, contact 724-758-4321. Over 1,200 locations for TCC and Wireless Zone, both from Verizon, are giving away 1 free backpack while supplies last to local students in kindergarten through 12th grade. 2 locations these students can go to in Beaver County for this event are the Verizon stores at both the Chippewa Walmart and in Hopewell Township on Green Garden Road. The School Rocks backpack giveaway will occur in all these locations on Sunday, July 27th at 1 p.m. PennDOT District 11 announced that beginning on Tuesday, July 22nd, weather permitting, drilling operations on Route 68 on Midland Road will occur. Starting today and going through Friday, July 25th, an eastbound shoulder restriction will happen on Route 68 between Smiths Ferry Road and Spring Lane Road. On that Ohioville-Borough Road, drilling operations will be conducted by crews from Armstrong Drilling. PennDOT District 11 also announced that this week, weather permitting, single-lane restrictions will occur on the Rochester-Monaca Bridge from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday through Friday this week. The bridge on Route 18 will undergo inspection work by Mackin Engineering and the Sophis Company crews. The Rochester-Monaca Bridge will also have lane restrictions on Route 51 underneath it on Wednesday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Gas prices are 5 cents lower in western Pennsylvania this week at about $3.36 per gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. The report states that at this time a year ago, the average price for a gallon of gas in western Pennsylvania was around $3.76. The report also notes that the average price that you can expect for a gallon of unleaded gas here in Beaver County is about $3.47.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
A beautiful weather day in store for us with lots of sunshine. We'll see highs near 82. Clear skies tonight. We'll drop down to a low around 60. More sunshine tomorrow. Look for highs in the upper 80s and lows around 68. And sunny, hot, and humid on Thursday. We'll reach highs near 92 and lows around 72. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Welcome to Live Mike with Mike Romigh. This is the show that talks about what's happening in Beaver County. Noah Haswell will have news at the top and bottom of each hour. Now, here is the host of the show, Mike Romigh.
Well, we've got about 25 minutes to discuss what's on your mind this morning at 843-1888 or 774-1888. We'd like to thank Lieutenant Snyder from coming in from the Brighton Township Fire Department for telling us all about the 2025 Family Fun Night Out this Saturday from 3 until 9 at Hardy Field on Tuscarora's Road. Coming up at 11 o'clock, after the 11 o'clock news, we'll be speaking with Mary Lou Harju from the United Way of Beaver County. They have the ALICE program. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the ALICE program, but they instituted it a couple of years back, and it has helped a lot of people in Beaver County over the past couple of years. For the main reason is that we are still we're still below the national averages as far as income is concerned, as far as employment is concerned. And so that means there are a lot of people out there who are still struggling to make ends meet, people who need assistance in one form or another to help with their children, to help with their health care, to help with housing needs. And Mary Lou will be here to talk about that program and how it is going to maintain what it has been doing with new rules coming in from Washington. How much of the Alice Fund will be cut? How much help are they going to need? And how much help are they going to be able to give to community members with the cuts that supposedly are coming from the big, beautiful budget? We'll talk with Mary Lou about that and find out, educate ourselves on how it all works out. So that's at 11:10 after the top of the hour news and Noah Haswell in the local report. Until that time, we'll talk with you at 843-1888 and 774-1888. General Motors has second quarter profits, and they have released this information. General Motors' second quarter profits fell 32% to not $3 billion as of today, as the automaker continued to confront challenging tariff policies, which it said sapped $1.1 billion from the results. The largest U.S. automaker by sales said it expects the tariff impact to worsen in the third quarter and stuck to a previous estimate that trade headwinds threatened to hit the bottom line by $4 billion to $5 billion. General Motors said it could take steps to mitigate at least 30% of that impact. So the tariffs are starting to take effect, and companies are starting to feel the effect of the tariffs. The United States and Canada, very good partners over the history of these countries. And what is happening now is the trade dispute is creating a rift between the Canadian provinces and the United States, especially when it comes to spirits, wines, and whiskeys. Whiskeys, for example, amid a trade dispute with the United States has caused a sharp drop in sales of American imports, as well as other imported and domestic spirits across the nation. Sales of U.S. spirits in Canada dropped 66.3% between March 5th, when provinces announced they would stop carrying the products in retail stores, and at the end of April, according to an analysis by Spirits Canada. The group, which represents Canadian manufacturers and marketers of distilled spirits, said total spirits sales in Canada fell 12.8% during the same period. The North American spirits sector is highly interconnected, and the immediate and continued removal of all U.S. spirit products from Canadian shelves is deeply problematic for spirit producers on both sides of the border. Several Canadian provinces pulled U.S. spirits from liquor stores in response to U.S. President Donald Trump's imposition of a 25% tariff on certain imports. Most recently, Trump's threat to impose 35% tariff on Canadian goods starting August 1st has raised concerns about an escalating trade war and spurred a Buy Canadian movement among consumers and businesses. According to Spirits Canada, sales of U.S. spirits in Ontario, Canada's largest market for spirits, plunged 80% after the products were removed from shelves. Two provinces, Alberta and Saskatchewan, have since resumed selling U.S. spirits, the group said. The decision to pull U.S. spirits has hurt American distillers as well as Canadian revenues, consumers, and hospitality businesses. Currently, U.S. tariffs are suspended on imports from Canada that comply with the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. Spirits produced in Canada fall under this trade pact. So those are just a couple of things going on in the way that that the tariffs may be hitting home over the next couple of months, and that doesn't even include the price of beef that is going up. Forget about the price of eggs that people talked about for the last year. It's now the price of beef that is going to be increasing and is steadily increasing. Pound of hamburger, your favorite steak, the price is going up, and it doesn't seem to be going down anytime soon. And that has a lot to do with what's happening with the farmers and the market for beef. So we could talk about that at 843-1888 and 774-1888. We could talk about, let's see, whether we should go back to calling the Washington Redskins or keep them as the Washington Commanders. Cleveland Galaxy, is that what they call the team over there? Instead of the Cleveland Indians, President Trump has come out for whatever reason. Well, I know the reason. It's a distraction to get talk away from Jeffrey Epstein, but whatever he throws out there just doesn't seem to be working to move the needle away from Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender and the President of the United States. So one of the distractions has been changing the name of the sports teams back to the Redskins and the Indians. It's not getting any ground. Another one of the distractions that has come about recently is, well, the president's favorite targets. Obama, Biden, and they're pulling out all the stops in terms of trying to get the news media and your attention away from talking about Jeffrey Epstein. So we'll see what is sticking, but it seems as though the Jeffrey Epstein case is continuing to be a thorn in the side of this administration. And that's two of the issues that have been used as a distraction or an attempted distraction. You know, the whole shiny object theory is we just throw something else out there and divert people's attention. The other one is the Martin Luther King Jr. files that have been released by the Justice Department. Again, a distraction to get people away from talking about Jeffrey Epstein and his relationship with Donald Trump. If people are falling for it, that's one thing. Another thing is just to realize that there are certain boogeymen in this administration that are trying desperately to keep the attention away from what the president does not want people to talk about. And that would be, his greatest hits of blaming Obama for things, blaming Biden for things, not taking any responsibility of his own. I think instead of releasing the MLK Jr. Files, again, the Epstein files are going to hang on him like toilet paper to the bottom of your shoe. It's just not, he's not going to be able to escape this until Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. Have you heard anything about Kash Patel in the last couple of weeks? No. Dan Bongino. Have you heard anything about Dan Bongino in the last couple of weeks? These guys have seemed to go underground, or the administration just doesn't want them out there answering questions and talking about this issue, because they were part of the QAnon for years that kept building this up because they thought it was going to entrap Bill Clinton and a lot of Democrats. But it turns out that the focal point is the President of the United States, who was good friends, buddy with Jeffrey Epstein for so many years. And there's video footage and there's pictures and even birthday cards that have come out. So Martin Luther King Jr., yeah, but a lot of people are saying, well, that's kind of like the JFK files that they released. There's nothing there, nothing new to report. They talk about the Washington Commanders or the Washington Redskins or the Cleveland Galaxies or the Cleveland Indians that the president said a couple of days ago. A lot of people want these names turned around, go back to the original names for these teams. I don't see a lot of people clamoring to get that done. I think they've pretty much settled in their ways, and the teams themselves said, yeah, we're not going to do that. There's no need for doing it. Cleveland is happy with their name. Washington, the Commanders, because the military force in Washington, D.C. and the Pentagon and all that, they're pretty happy with that now. So it's not a lot of people clamoring to return those teams to their original names. The president would like you to think about that and talk about it for a little while. So those are some of the things that are going on in your in what is considered to be your attention, or to look back in hindsight and go back to recharging some of these old hoaxes that the president likes to bring up. Which to talk about the Obama thing and Russia, and that he wants that brought back to attention, I think that's kind of risky. I mean, it's just my opinion, but I think it would be rather risky for him to want to open those files again, because then they're going to go through. It's not just the Justice Department, his Justice Department, that is going to be talking about it and doing an investigation on it, but the people who were not charged in the first place because there was nothing there to see. That you're just going to drag all that stuff back in again, and they're going to start talking about not Trump and Epstein, but Trump and Putin again. And how close were Trump and Putin? And what were the deals being made then? And then it is going to come out again about the old dossier and saying, well, you know what? There were videos. There were videos of President Trump and prostitutes in the Kremlin, and it's known about, and they're keeping those. You don't want those kind of stories to come back out again. And even though you're an Obama hater or a Biden hater, if you start opening Pandora's box on these old the old controversies that you tried to tie to the Democrats, it's just going to open him up to more and more scrutiny. Don't forget that I've also read, and you probably have as well, is that J.D. Vance, before going on his vacation, he's going to Europe for his vacation because kind of got booed out of Disney World or Disneyland with his family, but that he met with the folks from the Heritage Foundation before he left. There is talk, you want a conspiracy? There is talk that there's a movement afoot in the White House and other places that J.D. Vance is going to replace Donald Trump before long, that they're already moving in that direction. The health scare that came out, they're talking about his cankles and the reason for that, and to try once again of saying that, well, the president's not well. People have been saying that about his mental acuity for 6 months now. And don't think that it's not being talked about within those circles at the White House. So if he's meeting with the Heritage Foundation, I'm talking about the vice president, with the Heritage Foundation, and Rupert Murdoch, another highfalutin conservative, is talking about this, you can be sure that there are some whispers going around Washington that maybe we ought to think about replacing him. And he's a good storyline. He's good to talk about. I don't know that J.D. Vance. I think what has happened in the last 6 months is bad news. Can you imagine if J.D. Vance was in the presidency? Is that the direction they're looking at to try and move Donald Trump out and replace him with J.D. Vance? 843-1888 and 774-1888. Good morning. You're on the live mic.
Hey, Mike, on Monday.
Good. How you doing?
Already.
Yeah, it's Tuesday already.
How are you?
Good.
Enjoying the weather for a day.
Yeah, right.
So go back to the 90s again.
Yes, I think Thursday.
People like me out there, if we disagree with Obama's policies or Biden's policies, doesn't make us haters. I think the Democrats have a way of starting the name calling as soon as they get in deep trouble.
Well, wait a minute.
Some of the stuff coming out now about the dossiers is really going to be impacting Obama's legacy.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. This is kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. That it's the Democrats who revert to name calling? Really?
All the time, sure.
Yeah? You don't think that...
if you criticize, let's say we opened the border to 15 million people.
Yeah.
And somehow you're a racist because you're against brown people.
Well... Those are the people you're trying to deport.
The country, and Democrats could have changed the law.
Well, they did.
Never did.
Now, keep in mind, Bill, that they did try and do that. The Biden did try and do that, but it was during the campaign, and then candidate Trump told his folks in the House and the Senate, don't go through with that bill. Don't vote on that. We're going to make it a campaign issue. So it was the Trumpers and his followers, the MAGA people in Washington, that actually torpedoed that bill that President Biden was trying to work through.
Oh, comprehensive wealth reform.
Yeah.
That was what they called that bill, comprehensive immigration reform.
So we remember that.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
That's just good politics.
Yeah. Okay. It all boils down to politics then. That's the way Washington works.
Again, my wife she's like, so with Trump all the time. I'm more of a skeptic. Okay, I'll stand here and debate with you a little bit on things, but you take a look at his first term, what he learned, including all this, the tactics used to try to get him out of office. He's been a lot smarter this term.
Well,
he sued the Wall Street Journal the other day.
Yeah.
The day after they come up with a bad story on him.
That's going to go nowhere. Because if there's one person that's not going to back down, that would be Rupert Murdoch.
And, his sons, they sort of gave his sons somewhat control over Fox News now, so you can see the difference.
I'm just guessing here, but I know this is a couple times you mentioned your wife and she being a pretty staunch Trumper. I'll bet it's difficult for you when you hang up the phone. She said, "Why do you call that idiot?"
No, she doesn't. She would never be a name caller. Our side doesn't name call. Your side name calls.
Okay. Wait a minute. Crooked Hillary. Let's see. Sleepy Joe. How many different
names? The best ones, Mike. I'm not a favor of name calling.
Yeah.
The first campaign, okay, when he had 17 Republicans up there with him on stage, and he disarmed most of them with his name calling. Remember Low Energy Jeb?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How about Lion Ted?
Lion Ted. Yeah. And these guys are all surrounding him today. How about Little Marco?
Little Marco.
Yeah.
His right-hand man now.
Right, yeah. Well, this is what he did, and you talked about his first administration to this administration. Back in the first administration, they would call them the adults in the room, the generals and the people who would put a lid on some of the craziness that he was trying to go through with. And now he learned that you just surround people that are like you, who think like you, and will follow through with any plans you have. And you don't have to worry about those experts in Washington. We've got the Fox Newsification of the White House.
Well, the interesting thing is when you take a look at some of the people that were hired, and again, I agree with you, most of them are loyalists. However, they're also young, they're good at communicating, so that's all good to have some younger people in there. But I talked to friends of mine, military friends of mmine. Pete Hegseth. Pete was a part-time major in the Army National Guard. Now he's at the Pentagon trying to boss people around with 3 and 4 stars.
Yeah, imagine that.
That's a difficult situation.
Yeah. Yeah, so he obviously he doesn't have that much respect with the military personnel.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I haven't talked to every military person out there, but it can be a challenge for him, I think.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing, too, you mentioned the MLK files.
Yes.
You think it's a pure distraction now?
Yeah. That's my thinking right now, yeah.
So what do you think in all those files? That's a lot of paperwork.
Oh, there's a lot of paperwork.
There's the size of pages.
Well, I mean, they're going to. People already know about that. Martin Luther King Jr. Was not a very loyal person to his wife. The FBI, under J. Edgar Hoover, wanted him assassinated. They tried to talk him into committing suicide at one point. So everybody's looking for a conspiracy. Was it James Earl Ray who acted alone, just like Lee Harvey Oswald, or were there more people involved with that to get him to be a patsy? When they're talking about James Earl Ray, did they set him up for failure to divert the attention away from who was really responsible for it? Will anything come out of it? I don't think so.
Things that would happen today that we talk about on your show, whatever it might be. And then you think about what happened back in I tell people all the time, you think, look at the history of J. Edgar Hoover. You want to see somebody who wielded power. That guy, he survived like 7 administrations.
Yeah.
Because he had dirt on a lot of these guys.
That's right.
Especially the Kennedys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But he was a man who had many secrets himself.
Yeah, the other thing, too, Mike, I think about is you have these congressional hearings, like Jamie Comer.
Yes.
And I'm for the hearings, don't get me wrong, but these hearings, there's no teeth.
No.
Back in the day, we used to get a hearing like on TV. Oh, my God, this is something. And they were going to jail for a year or two. They wouldn't testify before Congress.
Right.
No, Congress does nothing. Everyone in Biden's administration so far call up the 5th.
Yeah. It's all
But
show.
what does that tell you? They all take the 5th.
It's all for show. It's all for show.
Exactly.
They have there's no teeth in those roles in those conferences, and so all they do is put on a dog and pony show to make people look. But there's nothing that's ever going to come out of those things.
Well, I like Jamie Comer. Don't get me wrong, but Jamie Comer will be on Fox, and he'll say, "Well, I sent a strongly worded letter to that person."
Yeah.
What good's that going to do?
None at all.
Back in the day, I mean, you can go back to like McCarthy hearings, things like that. These people that wouldn't testify against Congress, they'd lock them up.
Yeah.
And they started singing like a canary once they kept them in jail for a while.
Yeah, but
that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, I don't know.
I don't see the point of these congressional hearings. They just take them to court.
Yeah, they need something to take up their time.
Go to court.
All right. Thank you for the call. Good talking to you.
You're welcome, sir.
Give my best to your wife. It's 3:30 before 11 at Beaver County Radio. Here's the weather with Lisa Marie.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Sunny and mild today. We'll see highs near 82. Clear skies tonight. We'll drop down to a low around 60. More sunshine tomorrow. Look for highs in the upper 80s and lows around 68. And sunny, hot, and humid on Thursday. We'll reach highs near 92 and lows around 72. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
Growth starts with community, and Clearview Federal Credit Union is thrilled to continue growing with you. We're now proud to serve Beaver County with 5 convenient financial centers throughout the area. Clearview is here to help you build a stronger financial future with personalized solutions and a passion for supporting our communities every step of the way. Learn more about how you can support your goals at clearviewfcu.org/new-view. Clearview, clearly different.
The views and opinions expressed on WBVP and WMBA are those of the participants and host. They are not necessarily the viewpoint of WBVP and WMBA, its staff, management, and advertisers. Thank you for listening to WBVP and WMBA.
Excitement is surrounding the Pittsburgh Pirates after Paul Skeens' rookie season last year.
Paul Skeens is for real. 102 on his final pitch of the day. 8 strikeouts for Skeens.
Adding Kutch.
The pitch. High fly ball to center field. It's hit pretty well toward the wall. Go! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Andrew McCutcheon has won it. They're going crazy. The Pirates have won this game, and an incredible game. You can raise the Jolly Roger and call it maybe the best all time in Pittsburgh. What a game!
And you won't want to be anywhere else besides listening to Pirates Baseball on 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. The Young Bucks are poised and ready to make a run at greatness, and Beaver County Radio is your place to tune in and listen all season long. Pirates Baseball on Beaver County Radio is being presented locally by the St. Barnabas Health System, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, Falcones Moon Township Ford, Dr. C. Timothy Lip, Patriot Home Care, and Beaver County Radio.
All right, coming up on 11 o'clock, we have news at the top of the hour from Town Hall, followed by Noah Haswell in our local report. And after that, we'll be talking with Mary Lou Harju from the United Way of Beaver County, the Alice Fund, and what effects the new budget will have on their ability to serve.
You're listening to 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas, in addition to 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls.